What's good, collective? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another pick a pile reading with me today. Um, Today's topic is going to be, I thought it would be a pretty interesting topic to do. I don't think I've really ever done a topic like this. Yeah, the topic is, what is your contribution to the collective? I just feel like everybody has their own contribution, their own unique path that they're meant to walk. Some people are meant to help and guide others. Some people are just meant to just kind of experience life or go through certain lessons for some bigger reason. But we're just going to look and see, what is your contribution to the collective? What role are you playing in the collective? So, three groups here. Group number one here with this cinnamon essential oil. Group number two here with this lemon essential oil. And then group number three here with this rosemary essential oil. So again, group one, group two, group three. Make sure you all are choosing with your intuition, so that way you choose the group that will resonate with you the best. Also, keep in mind that these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. Everything may not resonate for you. Everything's not going to be for you. But also feel free to choose more than one group if you feel so called to do so. When you're ready to go to your group, check out the comment section below, and the timestamps will be pinned there. So again, group one, group two, group three. I will see you all at your designated reading. Peace out. All right, what's good, group number one? For those of you who are drawn to this cinnamon essential oil, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into, what is your contribution to the collective? So kind of tapping in, I volunteer as tribute. So for those of you who have seen the Hunger Games before, um, you give off a very like Nine of Wands type of energy, like this wounded warrior. Um, and I feel like in this lifetime, something significant about the first half of your life. But I feel like in this lifetime, you've dealt with a lot of, um, just a lot of lessons. And I feel like I just heard trauma as well. So you may have gone through a lot of trauma, a lot of things that you've gone through in your upbringing, maybe in your childhood, your youth years, that really contributed to who you are as an adult today. Which, I mean, that's kind of mostly the case for everybody else, but I definitely feel like for you specifically, group number one, um, there seems to be this energy of like a diamond in the rough, or what's the phrase? A diamond in the rough, right? So, you know how diamonds have to go through all of this immense pressure, but when they start off as little rocks, they go through all this pressure, and then they come out into this diamond, this very rare, this very expensive piece of stone or jewelry. And I feel like that's just the energy that you carry in this lifetime. You've gone through a lot in your years, a lot of tough times, a lot of setbacks, a lot of delays, a lot of, especially when it comes to people in your life, you may not have had the best situations when it comes to other people. I just heard setup, so you may have had a lot of like betrayals, when it comes to people in your life, especially friends. Um, but just a lot of things that just did not go the way you thought it would go in your life. But it feels like you haven't really seen like the other side of all of that shit that you had to go through. So why did they have to go through all that, spirit? What was the point of all of that? But again, I feel like the point in all of that was to, um, shape and mold you into the strong warrior that you are in this lifetime. I feel like one of your biggest contributions to Earth is, and it's so funny. I wasn't even paying attention. I just so happened to look down. And I saw the sword here, but you got shield made in here. So definitely, you have this warrior type of energy, to where number one, people know not to fuck with you. Like you've gone through so much and you've overcame so much. I'm picking up heavy Pluto energy, heavy Scorpio energy here, but a lot of things that you've gone through in your life that has led you to who you are today. And I know that's a little cliche or vague to say, but you know what that would mean for you. Um, but yeah, definitely like let me get some cards because I feel like I'm just kind of talking, but a lot of things that you have to go through, even especially like on your own, you may have been had to kind of raise yourself. Some of you, not all of y'all. What is group number? Um, because group number one's contribution to the collective spirit. Group number one's contribution to the collective. Okay. Yeah, okay, so lady at the bottom of the deck, lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Yeah, y'all have like in this lifetime you've gone through so much, and like the only word that's kind of coming through is like bullshit. You've gone through a lot of things, and some of these things weren't even really lessons for you to learn. That's kind of the kicker here. It's kind of the sucky part of all of this. Some of these things were not your lesson to learn. However, even situations that you may have been dragged into, or connections that you may have been put into, or or even intentionally went into, that may not have gone the way that it was supposed to have gone, you still took those situations that probably weren't even really meant for you to go through, and you still alchemized it. You still came out on top. You still went through it and learned something from it, and it caused you even more growth. And I feel like, again, in this lifetime, you're going to be reaping so many benefits and rewards that are going to, um, I just heard, really make you happy. You're very protected too. Cinnamon is very good for protection workings as well. Apples here. Apples could be significant. I'm seeing 222. I'm seeing 424, and I'm seeing 889. Those could be significant for you. But you got Knight here, be brave and honest. You got Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns, and then you got Druid, hold the space. Yeah, babe, y'all are like ancient souls, and that's again why I say you have this wounded warrior spirit to you, because lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, you decided, hey, I want to grow. How can I grow? How can my soul really expand, and get the most out of this experience? And whether voluntary or not voluntary, you went through a lot of things that really, it changed knowledge into wisdom for you. And that was the biggest reason why you had to go through a lot of stuff in your life, because you were meant to transform knowledge. So things that you may have learned either vicariously, or learn from other people, or learn from watching others, or learn from watching videos and things of that sort, and you actually experiencing these things, or even implementing this knowledge, and that's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is more so of like, okay, I know these things, but wisdom is more so of I've gone through these things. And that's this elder and druid energy here, this very like old soul type of energy. Like you've gone through so much, and you're able to take those moments, and instead of looking at it from this negative perspective or point of view, you've alchemized it, and understood that this was for my growth. I've learned so much through this. situation. It's giving me hermit energy here as well. So you've done a lot of introspection. You may even find yourself feeling very alone or lonely, but your spirit guides want you to know that you may feel lonely, but you are not alone. And that's definitely something coming through really strong. You have a very strong bond and connection with your ancestors. So something about learning about your ancestry is going to be significant for you in this lifetime. There's something that you have been doing lifetime after lifetime that you're meant to do in this lifetime. I'm picking up shamanism. That's coming up strong. For many of you, you're meant to be a shaman. You're meant to be that bridge between the spirit world and this physical world, and you're meant to help people in that capacity. You're definitely meant for to do something a lot more spiritual or spiritual related. So even if you do have like a 9 to 5 job, it doesn't matter. You could have something on the side to where you're able to provide these services for others. And for many of you, you may have to go into it full time. Um, and you may wonder, like, okay, well, if everybody's a shaman, for a lot of other people are shamans, then, you know, what am I doing it for? But I feel like the biggest thing here is nobody does it like you do it. You have a very unique way of tapping in. You may even be a channeler here as well. But very, very, very strong and significant energy, or a lot of energy of healing here. You're meant to be a healer in this very like shamanic type of sense. Ooh, we okay. Come on now, healer. But yeah, definitely something about ancestors here. Africa. I'm picking up Asia here as well. Reiki for some of you. Acupuncture for somebody here too. But this feels like a very like ancient practice. This feels like an old practice. So this is not going to be some new age type of thing. This is something that is very old, very ancient. You may have some ties to Africa, Asia, Native American, Celtic. I'm seeing the Celtic cross. Wait, is this it right here? I think that is the Celtic cross there. Um, yeah, you're meant to. There's something from your ancestry, something from past life that you're meant to tap. That you're meant to do in this lifetime. Let's get some more cards here. Very, very strong calling in this lifetime. Growing up in church, we would call this an anointing. You got an anointing on you, group number one. Um, this anointing is meant to help others, to help heal others. Um, I'm seeing like, and I feel like this is more of a metaphorical sense. I don't know if y'all have seen like race car drivers, and like when they're on the actual race and they pull into what is it called, the pit or something like that. But in this pit, um, you got people who are changing out their tires really fast. They may be touching up the car, or maybe putting something, gas or oil. I don't know what the fuck they do there, but it's like they are prepping this car for the next stage in this race. And I feel like that's the contribution you are meant to do. You're meant to prep other people for their healing journey. They may come to you, you may set things in motion, but it's going to be up to that individual to continue to pick that cross. I just heard specifically pick up that cross and continue moving forward. But you're there to be a bit of a guiding light for others, because I am picking up this hermit energy. You're meant to be a guiding light. Group number one's contribution to the collective. What is this? So all paths lead home. Yeah, this is that ancestral energy here. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So there's something within you, again, something from your past life that you are going to be tapping into in this lifetime, if not already. Some of you may already be walking in this role, but for those who have not, you are going to be picking something up or rediscovering. This isn't a discovery, this is you rediscovering this part of you, or this gift or this talent that you have, that's going to be so influential for other people. I just heard young. So you may be working with youth or working with young people, or you may just serve as this like authority figure or this mentor for younger people. And that's not for everybody. So for some of you, this could be you being a teacher. For somebody here, you can be working on maybe a more macro level. Maybe you're making change on a higher level. I don't feel like that's a lot of you though. I feel like that was very specific for maybe one or two of you. If you feel led down that path, but I see most of you working on a more micro or mezzo level. So maybe one on one, or maybe a little bit of group work. But I definitely see you kind of like taking people underneath your wing. And some of you, you're like in your 20s or 30s, and you're like, well, what wisdom do I have? But you're underestimating yourself, babe. You've gone through a lot. You have, like, honestly, truly, you've gone through a lot, and it's not about what do I have to offer. It's more so about um, how can I be of service to others? How can I be of service to mankind? How can I play my role? Doesn't matter about what I think. How can I follow my intuition? How can I lead others towards home? And home is something that's within you. You're going to help people to introspect. So some of you could be counselors, therapists, mental health specialists. You're meant to kind of help people go within and rediscover themselves. And that's a very much a shaman thing here as well. Ooh, what is this? Loosening your grip, coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in. I'm specifically drawn to the image here. They're falling. More specifically on this image, it looked like this character is falling, but this character is going up or floating up, which is odd. So there's something about duality here. You're meant to bridge that gap between the material and the spiritual. You're helping people to understand how to work with spirit, or how to work with the spiritual side of things, or even like the spirit world in general, or even the different realms or dimensions. You're teaching people how to work with that, um, which is very cool to see. Let me get one more card. Just one more. Uno más. Uno más. Ah, okay. Two more cards. Spirit's like, don't tell me what to do. So we got wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. So you're in this waiting period. You may even still be in hermit mode at the moment. You may be in this moment of wait. This energy of waiting, and all right, when are things going to change? When are things going to happen? But I feel like again, there's something like, and look, she's touching the portal. She's touching the other side. She's right there. She's so close. So spirit guides want you to know that you are so close to something, or you're so close to unlocking this gift, this talent. You're so close to unlocking something, or rediscovering this thing, or this talent, this gift. You're so close, group number one. Like so close. So don't give up. You're in this energy because there's not it's not necessarily that you need to learn something else. It's more so of you learning to surrender and let go. You can't fully transition into this wisdom until you have learned to surrender, let go, and let things happen. That may be what's holding you back a little bit, or stopping you to progress, It's because you're still holding on to something that's keeping you from fully integrating. I feel like you've integrated spiritually. The gift is already there. It's already starting to present itself, but it's almost like your physical body is catching up. But so there must be something physically or tangibly that you're doing that is hindering this full integration. So for some of you, this could be as simple as maybe drinking more water. Some of you, this could be simple as, taking better care of yourself physically, spiritual bath. Maybe some of you need to eat more fruits and vegetables. There could definitely be something regarding your health here, or taking better care of your health or your body. It doesn't feel like something that's like, oh, I got to do this heavy work now. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like, I'm making it sound like it's really simple, but for some of you, you may really have a difficult time eating healthy or drinking more water, or staying healthy. And that's, it happens, especially for those who struggle with depression, um, or even ADHD. But definitely, again, something regarding your health, your body is kind of keeping you a little bit stuck. For somebody here, it could be drinking, it could be smoking. Not to say that for everybody, not to say that those things are bad, but maybe finding a balance with it or doing it in moderation could be a lot more helpful for you. How do you pronounce that? Heareth, Hirath? Baby, I do not know. But it says longing for home. That's crazy. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Yeah, y'all. Y'all are old souls. Y'all have done this over and over and over again. And not to say that it's like a over again and you've been failing over and over again, but more so like you've done so much healing. You've helped so many souls in all of your lifetimes. In this lifetime, you have racked up so much good karma. You have yet to see it. Like soon enough, you're going to be in a whole new world if you haven't experienced this already. Some of you may already be in this and you're just kind of getting confirmation. But for others of you who have not experienced this yet, this is like you you doing things, or even being around people or being in an environment that just feels like home to you. Some of you, you've been feeling so left out, so out of place, so in the cold, in the dark. And you're like, okay, when am I going to get my happy ever after? When am I going to find my soul tribe or my group of people? Unfortunately, I feel like in this lifetime, you may not have a shit ton of friends, but again, I feel like you're going to have people in this lifetime that really do truly care for you, really want to look after you. You may have a few friends, but you may just not have a huge group of friends. I feel like you're going to have, a few significant connections in your life, a best friend or two, maybe even a romantic partner. But it's like outside of that, you may not just have a shit ton of people in your circle. And I feel like you're okay with that. You're okay with that. And I feel like as long as you have at least those few people who truly do love you and want to help you grow and prosper and reach the top, and even vice versa, that reciprocity between y'all, as long as you got those few people, you're good. You don't give a shit. You really don't. You don't have to have a bunch of friends. Um, okay, but I was gonna pull some tarot, but I feel like the message has come across quite well here. But group number one, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What's good, group number two? For those of you who are drawn to this lemon essential oil, this is going to be your reading today. Going to be looking into what is your contribution to the collective. What is group number two's contribution to the collective spirit? For group number two, what is their collective? What is their contribution to the collective? For group number two. I don't know why I'm picking up roller coaster. That's something that is coming through as I'm tapping into y'all's energy. Roller coaster. A roller coaster. Really strange. So that may be significant for somebody here. I feel like there may have been maybe a random message. Okay. Right. All right. So you got Fire Guardian here at the bottom of the deck. Ignite your passion along with the sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Water Guardian. Wow. Okay. Connect with your emotions. And then we got High Priest. Intend and create. Mmm. I definitely just want to say that you're going to meet some very significant people in this lifetime. Um, Something about you networking and connecting with others is going to be the key to your success. You opening up and being vulnerable with others is going to be the key to your success here as well. Um, so I definitely feel like one of your contributions. Okay, I said one of them, so you're gonna have multiple contributions to the collective here. But one of your contributions to the collective is this sun and this fire energy. You're meant to illuminate things in people's lives. I feel like you will make a really good like life coach or like a coach in general. Not talking about sports coach. I mean, for somebody here, maybe a sports coach, but definitely some type of life coach. You may have a specific niche. This could be a mindset coach. This could be a health and wellness coach. It can be a holistic health coach. Like it could go. There's a lot of different type of coaches here. I definitely see you would work really really well one on one with other people. Something about speaking here as well. Something about your voice. You may make a really good speaker. Something about motivational speaking here coming through. I don't know why I'm picking up a lot of like career vibes with your group. I didn't really pick up a lot of that with group number one. But I feel like for your group, you may serve the collective through your career or what you do for a living. And right now, like my hands are starting to get like really hot. So you may have a lot of energy. You may be a really good energy healer. You may have energy healing within your hands. So somebody here, this could be you working with hair. I'm drawn to her hair here, his hair here as well, and his hair too. He got his thing going on here, whatever you call that style. Um, so somebody here can be like a hairstylist, or you can work in like the beauty industry. So you may highlight other people's features, their best features. Something about photography coming through here as well. But I feel like what a lot of this has in common is you highlighting or illuminating um, truth and authenticity in other people's lives. And I feel like you are like, because I'm seeing like a jumper cable for a car, and it's like you jumpstart people's lives, you jumpstart people's passions, and you motivate others. You do that very very well. You motivate others. I feel like even if you're somebody who don't really talk a whole lot, I feel like when you do open up your mouth and speak, you have a lot of wisdom um, and a lot of knowledge that people really appreciate. You may not see it, and some people may not even tell you to your face, but you really do. You may even think you're just blabbing or running your mouth, um, but I feel like in reality, you're actually helping others. You're actually illuminating um, certain shadows in people's lives, or even in people's subconscious that they um, they haven't seen that before, and it's like you again, like it says here with Fire Guardian, you ignite people's passions, you ignite motivation within people, you ignite movement in people's lives. Um, you're like a fire starter, and it's funny you got both fire and water. Um, but this water energy is kind of giving me more of like what you may do for a career. This may be your energy that you present as you're like working with people, but who you are on the inside is this fiery energy. So there's this like, it may seem like it's polar opposite, but in reality it complements each other. Both of these energies really complement each other very, very well. And there's something about past lives. So while in group number one, they're rediscovering something that they've done in past lives, it's almost like for your group, you've done, it's more of like you've always helped people, or you've helped the collective. You've been in some type of service industry or some type of helping profession like in past lives. But it seems like you, in each of these lives, you've done it differently. Your soul is like a learner. What is it? A student of life. So you may consider yourself somebody who's a student of life, maybe even a jack of all trades. Again, I'm picking up like you've helped people, but you've helped people in different ways in different past lives. Now, maybe in some past lives you may have done something similar, or picked up something from a different other life. But I feel like for the most part, you've done something like similar, but also different, or in a different capacity. So let's say lifetime you were a hairdresser, and maybe in this lifetime you are a makeup artist or a beauty artist. Now both have to do with beauty and enhancing somebody's features and looks, but also like when you're getting stuff like this done, like I'm talking to the folks who, likes to get their hair done, go to the barber or the nail shop, you're not just sitting there quiet. You're usually the person who's doing that service for you is talking to you. They're engaging with you. They're building that rapport with you. Now, a lot of times they're just being nosy just to see who the fuck you are. but but in that conversation, in that talk, you're releasing. And I feel like that's what a lot of people feel in your presence is this very calm energy. Even though you have this fire within you, it's a very calm fire. It feels like spring. Like internally, you feel like spring. You present yourself as this water energy, very nurturing, very calm, and internally, it's a it's a compliment to that. You feel very warm and very loving and very and you give a lot of hope to others as well in your own unique way. There's nothing traditional about you. There's nothing like um you're not cut from the same cloth as other people. You have a very unique and different way of doing things, addressing certain issues, or going about your career or about your path. You're just very different. Some people may call you odd or different or special or unique, and you are. You really are. You're not the same as other people. Group number two, and I feel like the sooner you realize that and accept that, the better off your life is going to be, and the better off you are able to move forward in life and step into your calling, um, which is definitely to be of service to people in your own special, unique way by illuminating certain aspects of people, whether this is illuminating people in a more physical level, or maybe illuminating things within people on a more subconscious and like deeper level. So it doesn't, so I feel like you may not necessarily even have to work like a spiritual type of job. However, whatever you do, whatever you put yourself into, it doesn't matter if you are an accountant, if you work in a corporate office, there's something about your energy that is going to help illuminate others, even if it's on your break time and you're talking to people and you offer people some guidance or advice, or maybe people like to come to you for certain things. Maybe you know a lot of how to do the job, and people come to you for that help or that guidance. But you, again, you illuminate things within people, whether internally or externally. Now, I feel like in this lifetime, you're going to bring in a lot of success and a lot of abundance. What is group number two's contribution? Oops. This came out. Group number two. So what does it says? Double mission, light worker, star sheet. Yeah, serve the world by being you, and that's the thing. Like I said before, it doesn't matter what career you go into or what. Even if you don't have a career, and you got a sugar daddy or something, you may I don't you may help that sugar daddy out. You may offer some type of wisdom or knowledge for him or them, that could help them. But there's something about your words. You may have a very active and influential throat chakra, to where your words are very. You can either heal people or kill people with your words. And I feel like there's not really much in between. Some people may even consider you very blunt, very direct. Um, and it's funny that we ain't got no like sword energy here, but that's kind of what I'm picking up is like the Queen of Swords energy with kind of this fire and water energy combined is very like Queen of Swords. But yeah, you're definitely like it says here, serve the world by being you. So you're meant to just exist in the world. And that's why like you always tend to land on your feet. Like you don't know how, but you always tend to land on your feet. Like no matter what happens, no matter what setbacks you go through, no matter what like you could have lost your job, you could have lost your home, and the next week you're going about it as if nothing happened. You may even find you a brand new home within that week. You may even like something you may not always have a plan, but something always it always works out for you. Some way, somehow, it always works out for you. And I feel like that's because you are protected. You're like divinely protected, group number two. And because and you may even be, what is it in the My Human Design? It's like a generator or a manifester or something like that. But it's like those people who just kind of trigger other people just by being around or just by simply existing in that space. And I feel like that's the energy you're in, or your contribution to the collective is you just existing. Again, it doesn't matter what career path you go down, if you go to school or whatever you do on a day to day basis, it doesn't matter. You cause changes and illuminations and up levels in people's lives just by you being around, just by you existing, just by you going in particular spaces and just being yourself. So, definitely in this lifetime, you've had to learn to embrace your authenticity and to learn that to not really give a shit about how other people look at you or perceive you. Something about clear quartz, you could work with clear quartz, rose quartz here as well. Um, 222 is significant. I saw that in group number one as well. Jump in a Dramadan energy, adventure, say yes to change. You're definitely like an agent of change. You're definitely this very like, how do you explain it? It's like, and I know I've repeated it before, but it's like you just exist and things just happen around you. You don't even know how or what happened, but things just happen. Sometimes good, sometimes it may be a little bit challenging. Um, but as far as like you go, you now I'm seeing like like how in the Wizard of Oz, Glinda has her little bubble. Because I'm seeing like something happens and then Glenda just kind of boop, get in her bubble and just kind of floats away. That's kind of the energy that I feel that you're in. Like, the Wicked Witch just got set on by, or got crushed by a house, and here comes the good witch Glenda just floating in on her goddamn bubble like nothing just happened, and that's the energy I feel like you're in. It's like you just kind of show up, you just kind of be in places, and things just kind of happen. But again, it's not necessarily your fault, but it is kind of your fault, but more so on an energetic level. You cause change and transitions in people's lives by you just simply existing in that space. Another thing, one of your other contributions in this lifetime is to see the world. So, again, this goes with what I was saying at first with spirits like no more cars. This is all they need. But something about, again, like you going into spaces and you just creating change by you just simply being yourself. And that's why it's important for you to explore in this lifetime. You're meant to travel, group number two. Believe it or not, you're meant to travel. You're meant to see different places, which is probably why like motivational speaking came up. I just heard keynote speaker. I definitely feel like in this lifetime, you're definitely meant to speak or use your voice in some type of way. I just seen the word author. So you may be an author, you may write a book in this lifetime here as well. And that's another way of using your voice too. It doesn't always have to be verbal. Um, but again, you're meant to take up space. You're meant to be in spaces with other people and to just be yourself. You're going to meet a lot of people in this lifetime who are going to be very significant along this path for you. Very, very significant individual in this lifetime for you. What's at the bottom of the deck here? You got weights. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. So yeah, this is like you're still in this energy of like things are kind of moving slow for you. Um things are not moving as fast as you want it to be, but I don't think you're understanding that things are still moving in your life. Like it says here, things are being woven. So it may seem like on the outside things nothing's happening, but in the spiritual, like you're making strides. Things are changing. Uh, Paths are being cleared for you. Doors are opening up for you. But it's going to again require you to just exist and be comfortable in your own authenticity. That's going to be your superpower in this lifetime, is you being authentic to yourself and you standing in that authenticity and not allowing anybody to diminish that for you or make you feel less than or make you feel like you may even have people who may call you arrogant or cocky. You may even come off as really, really sweet, very, very kind, but I feel like there are people who see your light and they see this light within you and they're jealous of it, they're envious of it. So you may have these people who like to spread rumors and gossip about you, even though these things are not true. You're not cocky, you're not arrogant, you're just confident in yourself and confident in who you are. That's that authenticity. Never let anybody diminish that. So group number two. But again, you are right where you are meant to be. Like it says here, it's not time yet. Wait. Even though it says wait, this tells me that you are right where you are meant to be. So if you've been kind of wondering that, group number two, this is your confirmation. You are right where you are meant to be. Don't move. Don't take any action. Don't go nowhere. Stay right where you are. Again, you are right where you are meant to be. An affirmation for you could be, I am always at the right place at the right time. Things are always working out in my favor. Those are your two affirmations moving forward for you. Um, Picking up something about this lemon essential oil. Lemon is good for like repelling snakes. So I feel like on a symbolic level, because I use this for like my transmutation spells, even for my like return to sender spells, just depending on what's going on. But this is great to put like on the candle representing me, as like a repellent of any symbolic snakes in my life. Um, so lemon could be significant for you. You may want to have more lemon scented, something about the lemon scent. I'm picking up specifically if you have like an office or you work in a place where there's like a lot of foot traffic, or you may work in like a corporate 9 to 5 job or something like that. Something about lemon scent, so maybe getting a lemon scented candle, or maybe getting, maybe even using essential oil and maybe putting it on, like anointing yourself with it. But I definitely feel like because of this light that you carry within you, and because of how sweet you come off to others, you may attract a lot of snakes and a lot of people in your life who want to take advantage of you and who don't want to see you grow and prosper. So you're very, very protected, but just again, make sure you're doing protection on your end as well. Your spirit guides are taking care of you, but also make sure you're keeping your protections and wards up, um, for that too. Well, group number two, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. All right, group number three, last but not least, this is going to be your reading today. For those of you who were drawn to this rosemary essential oil, it's going to be your reading on your contribution to the collective. So groups one and two are really, really good. Again, and if you watch the intro, I've never really done a reading like this before. But that's what we do around here. You step out of your comfort zone, you grow, you try new things. Very respectful, very mindful, very demure. So let's go ahead and hop in, Spirit. This is for group number three. What is group number three's contribution to the collective? I feel like you're a really fun time. I feel like you're really funny. Something about your voice, something about the energy you bring into a space. Even if you think like, oh no, I'm just a couch potato. I'm a wallflower. I don't do nothing. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert, extrovert, it doesn't matter. I feel like there is so many people, whether you know this or not, so many people who really, really adore your energy. Again, it doesn't matter whether you're the loudest person or the quietest person. You have so many people who really, really, truly adore your energy, group number three. Um, yeah. I like your energy though. As I'm tapping in, I'm just kind of like, okay, I would be friends with group number three. I don't do a whole lot of friends now, but group number three seems pretty cool. They seem pretty chill. I feel like you would be really cool at like a kickback or something. Probably something where it's not a whole lot of people, maybe a few folks, but not a whole lot of people. Okay, Spirit. Group number three. Group number three. What is their contribution to the collective? Peacekeeper, yeah. You have a very like peaceful vibe to you, group number three. I just heard peace in the Middle East. Somebody here could be Middle Eastern, Native American here too. So let go of the need to be right. Let's get some more cards here. Crazy. Broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Wow. Again, yeah, y'all have a very peaceful vibe. That's the energy. That's your biggest contribution to the collective. You may even have somebody here, you may be like middle child syndrome. Um, you may be one of those people who kind of like grew up really fast. You didn't really get to enjoy your childhood much. What is it called? Parentification, to where like, that child or that kid was the one taking care of everybody else, being the responsible one. Um, even if you're like, nah, that's not really me. I definitely feel strongly that there is something significant about your childhood, your upbringing, that definitely made you into who you are today, and that's true for everybody. Like everybody goes through a childhood, and everybody's a product of their upbringing. That's cliche. That's a no brainer. But I feel like for you, like specifically, I definitely feel like I'm talking to a collective here for this group who, again, you may have had to really grow up fast, or you were the kind of the caretaker, or you may have been the older sibling and you were taking care of your younger siblings. But there's something here about you being this like peacemaker, and this may even be between your parents. You may have grown up in a broken household or a broken family, and you had to play peacemaker all the time. You may even found yourself doing that in school or doing that at work. But you have a really good knack for it because of your energy. You have this very calm and peaceful energy. You may have a very sweet voice. You may have a very low or quiet voice, very soft voice. You may be very like soft spoken. But there's something about your energy here that when other people come into contact with you, they feel this energy of calmness. Um, and familiarity is coming through here as well. Like you've spent many lifetimes. Like I feel like that's who you are on a soul level. So it doesn't matter what where you reincarnate. I feel like you have always brought this very peaceful energy, and that's your biggest contribution to the collective. You're just kind of like spreading pixie dust everywhere. And again, it's not that you're doing it doesn't feel like you're doing it consciously. Now some of you, yes, you may even consider yourself a very positive and optimistic individual, very open-hearted, very open-minded, but also like you do this on a very subconscious level, pretty similar to group number two. But yours is more so, again, is more so of spreading peace and calmness. I feel like you're very good at de-escalation, um, de-escalating a situation, or talking people down. um, Something about you being very persuasive. You you may also be someone who's very good at manipulating as well, or manipulating energy, or manipulating you know or manipulating a situation, not necessarily in a bad or negative way, but more so in a way that is more beneficial to the collective. Like we should just both get get along with one another. Both of y'all need to get along with one another, and you may just know what to say or do to kind of bridge that gap or fix that broken arrow. So you're very good at like problem solving. You're very good at fixing things. Um, and some of you, you're like, I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of being that person, and not many people are doing that for me. But again, that's your contribution to this collective group number three. I'm sorry to break that news to you, but that's your contribution. That's who you are on a soul level, and that's how you have to play it out in this lifetime. Um, Now, of course, you got free will. You can choose to do whatever you want to do, but I feel like this peaceful vibe and energy that you spread amongst the collective is something that, in the long run, as we grow more as a collective of on Earth, um, you are going to play a vital role when something about like chaos or things kind of like going to shit. I feel like as we're going through this transition as a collective, your role is very important and significant, because there are going to be people out here who are going to be losing their fucking mind. People out here who are going to be losing hope. People out here who are going to, instead of taking accountability, they're going to start to blame others. People out here who are going to, like, just a lot of like negative situations or chaotic situations. And I feel like you're going to be, you know, play a vital role in bringing people together. You have a very good knack, a very strong knack at unity, bringing people together, bringing people into unity here. You know, they don't have to be the best of friends, but you're gonna have to, you know, respect each other. You may even make a really good like manager. I feel like you make a really good leader. Your leadership style is a sound leader. I feel like your reading is a little all over the place. I ain't gonna lie. It feels a little all over the place. However, again, I feel like the energy here is peace. You bring a lot of peace to the collective. What else? Direction, guardian, choose your path. So you bring a lot of clarity and reassurance into people's lives. Your energy is almost like this breath of fresh air. I just heard breath of life. So you have this energy to you that you're able to kind of like clear negativity or clear fog out of people's lives, out of people's paths, and out of people's view. And it's like, okay, wow, this person at first was not able to see. You help that person see. You cleared this person's mind. You cleared this person's path. You help them to see things from a higher perspective. You have again, you have this very great like leadership vibe and energy to you, to where you are so influential in helping others. Like people really, really, uh, what's the word? Value your words and what you say, and they really value your opinion on things. You may even have people in higher up positions, maybe even at your job, who ask your advice on things, or ask, you know, what do you think about this, or what do you think we should do. You may get a lot of people who ask for your feedback, or for your side, or for what do you think about this. um, and I feel like, you know, what you relate to this person is very channeled. You're a channeler. That's one thing I'm picking up for sure. You're a channeler. You don't know that you be channeling, but the advice and the wisdom you give to people comes straight from spirit. It comes straight from source. You're a very, very great channeler here. That's something that you may have to work on, like mastering in this lifetime, if not already. But you're definitely a great channeler, and you receive a lot of respect and honor from a lot of people, especially people in higher up positions or people in power. I feel like in this lifetime, you are meant to be a leader in some type of way, whether it's through your job or career, or whether it's through a movement, whatever that may be for you. You are meant to lead because you have something within you that is going to really help a lot of people. And it's like you set a really good example of what it means to be a good person. And I feel like a lot of people are really drawn and attracted to that. I don't know if you saw my light flicker here. um Lets me know I'm on point on this. But you, again, you are meant to lead in this lifetime in some way, shape, form, or capacity. You are going to lead. So don't be afraid of it. It's going to happen. It just really is. But the world is needing your type of leadership style. The world is desperate, like desperate for the energy that you will bring into spaces that you have not even stepped into yet. And it's like you're thinking like, oh well, I guess it's just going to be this one job. No, babe, it ain't about a job. You may even have multiple jobs. You may bounce around to different companies, different organizations, different places, different um, careers, different fields. You may bounce around. However, that's for a reason. You are meant to, and this is why this direction guardian is coming through, because you get to choose your own path. If you get tired of one path, you can just go into another one. And I feel like that's one gift that you have from the universe, because of the energy that you bring, and because you're meant to spread this energy to other people. You got the you have the gift of being able to choose whatever path you want to go down. It doesn't matter. There's for you, group number three, there is no right or wrong. It's just whatever lesson you want to learn at that moment, or what experience that you want to experience at that moment or at that point in time in your life. But regardless, whenever you go in it, you are meant to spread this peace. You may even notice that you may start jobs or be a part of jobs or companies, and when you get there, things may start to go to shit. But it's not that you did anything wrong, it's that you are shedding light. Your light energy within you, this peace within you, is kind of reverberating externally, and you're kind of pushing away anything that is not in alignment with peace. So it's almost like, you start a job, things go to shit, and then you get ready to leave. But as you're getting ready to leave, you're starting to notice that things are actually starting to fall back into place and things are going right now. That's because you played your role, you played your part, whether you know it or not. You did what you were supposed to have done by just existing in that space. If you were drawn to group number two, definitely check out group number two. I feel like very, very similar energies here. Wouldn't be surprised if similar cards come out from this deck. But it's almost like your mission is to exist in spaces. Just exist. That's it. Just exist. Just be. Just being yourself, and not allowing other people to water you down or diminish that energy that you hold. Group number three's contribution to the collective. Let's see what you got so far. Messenger. Y'all, I can't make this up. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. I can't make this up. Yeah. You're meant to cause shifts in people's lives, and it's like, for some people, they may perceive these shifts as chaotic or chaos, but in reality, it's so good. Like, you should know by now that when things start to go to shit, you should know that something really, really good is around the corner or about to happen. And I feel like that's the energy you bring into places. Like, things may start to go to shit. However, when all that shit is like illuminated and it's talked about and it's discussed and it's worked through, now everything is starting to, pan out. Things are starting to smooth out. Peace is starting to emanate from this space or from this environment. And again, you did that by you just simply existing. And that's what you bring into the collective, is a sense of harmony and balance. However, again, this harmony and balance may first start off as chaos, because things sometimes have to get worse before it gets better. And again, so some people may perceive your energy coming in as chaotic, but in reality, you're just there to shake shit up. You're meant to shake shit up. You're meant to be yourself. Some of you may even have like a bit of an outgoing personality, or a very loud or boisterous or flamboyant personality. But that's great, because now I'm seeing somebody. I'm seeing my cousin, but she's really like loud and rambunctious and real ghetto. But I love her to death. And that's kind of the energy I'm picking up. But she comes in and she's a little bit chaotic, but something about her being funny, and her jokes that she makes and the energy that she brings, even if somebody was mad or upset at her, she still kind of like brings this like unity, like brings people together through laughter. So somebody here, you could be a comedian, you could be a speaker, you could be something to where you're like in front of people, you can be an entertainer, you can work in music and art, but something to where you're putting something out and it's causing people to come together. It can be, you can be a chef, cooking food for others. Food is a great way to bring people together. But there's something that you will do in this lifetime that significantly that will bring people together and bring harmony and balance into people's lives. Star Brother, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. So yeah, and I feel like this is the energy that you encompass, this Horus energy. You're this you just bring this like protector. I feel like you make a really, really great friend, even though you may not have a whole lot. Um, but I feel like you deserve to have people in your life who are going to reciprocate the same energy that you give to them. And that may be something you haven't experienced maybe a whole lot of. You may, not to say that you don't have good friends, or maybe, some of you may already have met this soul tribe, or met these people who do treat you right. But you may have had a lot of experiences in the past where people did not treat you well, or treat you the way that you were meant to, or treat you the way that you were treating them. I feel like you're somebody who lives by doing to others as you would want to be done to yourself, which you can take a lot. But and I feel like that's something you have to remind yourself. Like, just because you wouldn't mind this doesn't mean that somebody else wouldn't mind it. But that's kind of just a side thing here. But you are somebody who's very trustworthy, somebody who's very loyal. I feel like, again, with this peaceful energy, and again, all this trust and loyal and safety, you make people feel safe. Group number three, you make people feel safe. You make people feel welcomed. Um, like I said, star brothers. You make people feel like they're a part of your family. Um, like, you bring people in. Like, you allow people to really, really, really get to really feel to know what it feels like to have family, to feel safe, to feel calm. And I even think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That very first bottom level is safety. Like, somebody can't reach self actualization, they can't reach the top of their pyramid until they feel safe. So it's like you help people feel safe, and from there, people are able to grow. People are able to go down whatever path they are meant to go down. So you bring a lot of clarity into people's lives. You bring a lot of truth into people's lives. This is way too many cards. Can I get one more? Uno mas, spirit. Uno mas. Thank you. What's this? Earthed. 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 Earthed, right? Earthed. Earthed. I don't know. But anyway, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Yeah. So I definitely feel like for you, collective, for group number three, um, you are really good at reassuring others as well. It's and I feel like you're somebody who's very like non-judgmental. You are very accepting of others. You're very accepting. More specifically, you're very accepting of who people present themselves as to you. You don't judge people. You don't even second guess it or second look at you if somebody presents themselves to you in some type of way. And for you, it's like, as long as nobody is hurting or harming themselves or hurting or harming others, you don't give a shit. You really don't. Even though everybody may not necessarily be your cup of tea, you still don't judge people. You still accept people and love people for exactly who they are. You may not have gotten a lot of that reciprocated back, but you still give that to others. And again, you live by this saying of doing to others as you would want to be done to yourself. That's the golden rule, and you live by that. And it's like, no matter what other people do to you, for the most part. Now, some of my witchy poos out here, you love you a good return to sender, and I do not blame you for that. However, for the most part, you let God, you let the universe, you let Allah, you let the Creator, you let Source, you let Spirit take care of these things for you. You don't usually have to lift a finger. If somebody does you wrong, they do you wrong. They get theirs back, absolutely. But you don't even have to lift a finger. Like, that's how protected you are in this lifetime. Like, always, this is how protected you are. Yeah, like, you are so accepting, you're so open, you're so loving, and people are really drawn to that about you. Now, you may attract people in your life who are energy vampires and who want to take advantage of that and who do not like to see your light, but that's not your problem. You're meant to, you know, do have your contribution to the collective, which is to spread peace, exist in spaces, um, and help bring spaces or even people into harmony and balance. Anything from other people, that is not your problem, and I feel like a lot of you understand that. Um, some of you may even be recovering people pleasers, or you may be learning not to people please as much. But definitely work on that. If not, what's at the bottom of the deck? You got the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. So definitely, in this lifetime, boundaries are going to be really, really important for you. You may want to help everybody, but you can't help everybody. Um, but yeah, definitely make sure um, you're putting up and you're maintaining healthy boundaries with other people in your life, especially energetically, because it seems like it's a lot of people and one like a lot of people in a lot of people's heads. And so again, it's going to be really, really vital and important for you in this lifetime to work on like protection work, maybe even working with rosemary. I love to do, it's my little recipe here, but um, I get some, and I make these oils myself, but some olive oil. I get a little bit of salt for protection, a little bit of rosemary, and I prefer the herbs, but you can use the oil here. And this is good for protection. And then I also do hyssop, which is really good for purification, protection, blessings, things of that sort. I just mix it all up and I anoint myself, usually my wrist, my third eye, my crown, the back of my neck, and I anoint my feet as well. So that could be something that could be significant for you, or maybe even using Van oil, um, or your own protection type of working or amulets or whatever you do. But definitely protection in this lifetime is going to be vital for you because you're going to be attracting a lot of energy in this life. A lot of people who are going to want a taste at your light and what you have to offer. A lot of people who want to take your piece from you. So again, it's going to be important that you keep your protection up and you keep strong boundaries with people. You can't help everybody. Remember that you cannot help everybody. Group number three. But group number three, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see y'all in my next reading. Peace out.